Fifth attempt at making this video. Dark being open is bad for infantry. Well, this looks reasonable. So there's 3 guns that go well with this playstyle. Jaguar, GD7, yes. Don't use the Serpent, it's got worse Hipfire. So you avoid medium range fights, long range fights, and you just get 10-50 meters. SMG. That engineer. As you can see, when you get a laser on this thing, the zone of fire allows for some spraying in close range, utilizing full DPS. Just gonna leave these maxes on a wild goose chase for a bit. Better. Almost done. Well, check out the support classes as usual, and everything else falls apart. This applies whether you're fighting good or bad players. And I don't want to drop down on the person below me. Should have waited a bit before fighting this guy, or jumped on his head. It's a bit sloppy by me. Frame rate here is not too hot either. In the interest of getting rid of GPU lag, and swaps moving on and see what happens. You know, one thing about the Jaguar versus the GD7 or the BX, you have 0.75 on this thing. So even with a laser, you can still ADS and get a little bit more reach. Which you would not get with the others. In the sense that it's okay to take an engagement with, let's say, a heavy at medium range, because you're strafing quickly. This is fairly camped. Not a good idea to go out that door when you look at the map and see 4 people. Alright, now there's vehicles roaming around. The bottom doors are camped. Now you go up top. I would normally take out one of my long-range flanking carbines for this, but I'm doing this one. I like sitting on this thing. Snipers will have a bit of a harder time hitting you. health first, then support classes, regardless of your weapon. Busy heavies are also acceptable. That heavy I just killed though, if he had a gun and he was staring at me, I would not start a fight with him. Because even if I win, I lose all of my shields and possibly a medkit. That is the best case scenario you can get, and that's not a good one. You may run into something very quickly after. I'm not sitting on perches too much when I do this. I like to just get in the buildings where this thing shines. Okay, so I haven't really found anything. Now what? Now you check the minimap. Just get a general look of where enemies are. So they're mostly coming from here, probably from that sunder I was around earlier. So now that I know where there's somewhat established front line, I can flank it. I know we're going in too deep is, or you will get flanked inadvertently. Go help out this Hipfire. Doesn't kill me first. That sunder back there is not really the busy one. I can always camp it, some of the kills. It may turn into the busy sunder if the other one dies. Get back out for a little bit, get the shields back up. The screen shake dog is active. That's when I break line of sight. Shooting at that medic is not the wisest thing to do. So he just killed me. You had no idea I was there. There was 2 people close to me. I should kill the people close to me first. Over some medic kind of bouncing around, avoiding gunfire from my allies already. So what went wrong there? Plinking at people long range can be productive, but it tips off people who may be closer to you to attack you. And when you don't have a gun that's good at plinking like this thing, it can take quite a while. The odds of you being shot in the back go up. So now what? Now I try to get in this building, or at least on the roof. Get in that good range. To mine that lightning too. These people are all in the building. He's an AP lightning, so he's not that scary, but if this aim's on point, I'm just as dead. Don't want to sit still here. There may be snipers along this thing, or just any dude with a gun will stop your shield regen. What I did here was sloppy. You go through these windows, crouch. See, that was bad. I bumped into the window, but you can just transition through these if you practice a little bit. Hold crouch. Oh, it's super. Thank you. It's useful to practice doing this because someone may be chasing you and they might not have that same crispness when they go through it. And you can ditch them. I seem to be just hamming it up and just doing it awful, but I can usually do better than that. Now I'm I'm running to the jump pad to show another little trick. I have a feeling most of the people who watch this video will know it, but whatever. Whenever you jet and strafe to the side and curve your path like this, you keep your momentum. If you have a big boost from a jump pad, you can go almost anywhere you want. Just go wherever you want, just like that. There's many spots where you can do this. You can do this with the velocity you get from an ESF when you're bailing out. You can place yourself wherever you want in seconds while everyone else has to walk. Almost a perfect transition to that window. See, that's not good. I shouldn't have shot at that guy because I have zero chance of killing him before he poofs around the corner. I might have alerted him to my presence. There's a heavy up here. I should go kill him. Just gonna get in the turret and be annoying. Not my concern. I could have ADS for that guy, but he'd probably shoot me up worse. What am I missing here? Yes. Something I did not mention in the other video is hitboxes when you're above enemies. When you're above enemies, this game has sacrifices, you could say, to enable this many people running around in the same hex. When you're above people, the hitboxes slightly face you as if you were on level ground. So, what this means in practice is, when you're shooting at somebody and want headshots from above them... Yeah, this one's done, I'm moving along. Okay, let's use these guys as quasi-target practice. Right? You want to aim around here or at their shoulders when you're right above them, because that'll count for a headshot. Aiming at their head directly will miss. You'll notice this if you ever snipe long range at people below you. It's more evident then because you're relying on a single headshot to get the job done. The other thing is people flinch and they hunch over. So when you shoot them, the neck, the lower back, the shoulders, they'll hunch over into headshots, more or less. Do I dare go to Indar? Is that Iron Quay? Small fight. Why not? Check the scoreboard, see what you're up against. It's 30. Okay, there's 2 people here at least. Just strafing around because I don't even know what to expect. I have a feeling most of these people are just in aircraft. Might be 1 or 2 milling around. Just going off the pop chart. Get out of here though. I don't know about this whole Indar thing. I need this TR Zerg to hit another Zerg and create a fight. There's a queue too, I should have queued up. So anybody below you, especially at a distance, aim slightly below their head, and if they're facing, if their side is facing to you, aim just at around their shoulder, like the shoulder neck area. You'll get a lot more headshots than you would if you aimed at their head. And people above you, just don't start fights with them. Their hitbox is slightly obscured by their body shot hitbox, and they will most likely wreck you. Plus, people on high ground tend to have a head glitch advantage on you too. Let's try this while we wait for the Indar queue. Maybe the same people in aircraft. Just passing through. And I'm correct. You can get some decent velocity if you drop down off of something, so you can use that to slingshot more. Tower stomp. Perhaps. Oh, tower stomp. I've not done that so far. I'll go check out Indar Kamaray quickly. Would also enable me to spawn at Indar X. Do my tower stomp. Normally when you tower stomp, you want to start off with an aircraft and a beacon buddy and get a beacon on the top. On the antennas, if you're deft enough for that. I'm not yet. I screw that up every once in a while. Alright, what do we got? Randoms and some organized people, but they are not the best organized people on the server. The pop chart, the scoreboard, the minimap are your best friends. Before you even leave the spawn room, if you just kind of investigate all that, get a better picture of what you're fighting. This should be pretty easy to deal with. I'll probably get out of here very soon. On the other hand, we do have some population here, and the TR seems to have problems. Okay, I got jumped by the Stalker Cloaker, and he hasn't moved at all, so I get to collect a free kill there. Yeah, if you like to play Cloaker, please move around a bit after you kill someone. It's just generalized advice for everything, actually. I'm gonna shoot these poverty maxes in the back and distract them from my allies. The pop's dying down, everything's fine here. Get out. I mean, I can stay and farm these people, but they're of no threat to this base anymore. Holy chunk damage, Batman. Huh, I lost my Sunder here. It's a shame. This has more population in it. What do we got? AGNC and Joke on NC alts. This will be more difficult. So in this situation, organized players just kind of clumped up in a room. What do you do here? As a light assault, you're just a distraction. You're there to make people look away from doorways. You're there to get a pick or two. In this situation, I'd probably pull a powder max and kill their maxes. In the end, it's all about giving your team openings. Unless you can actually wipe everything by yourself, it's unlikely. Probably should have ADS for that guy, but I traded with him. If I ADS'd and just shot him in the head, full auto, he would have died. Normally I would accept and play in the squad, but I'm busy doing stuff. Recording this video. Five seconds left. This guy's a scumbag. SMG heavy. I SMG heavy too once in a while. Oh, these guys are out of their room hold and they're out popped. Probably just move along now. I'll check Hassan. VSN and C are fighting each other. I'll get one Mossy and bail out on that tower. So the deal with tower stomping is never ever stop moving. Equip EOD HUD if you have to. Towers are full of AI mines. I will probably just banshee a few people with this thing before I bail out. Since we're not on Hassan anymore, I think I can turn smoothing off. Hassan is always GPU limited for me. What you got? I have to mind those vanguards when I'm doing this. There's quite a few. All I need is one shot. But I'm gonna just bail out and... Well, I guess there's two philosophies to this. This is why you keep moving, because there's a swarm of people chasing you at all times when you land. And population. When I made the choice to do it, it was something like 60-40. That way people on this tower are preoccupied with fighting off everybody else. But when they have pop, tower stomping doesn't work as well. Don't have a beacon. Don't have a quality spawn. I left Galaxy Solar alone and it's getting screwed again. So with towers, EOD HUD for mines, never stop moving. Just hipfire just about everything. If you have to slow down to kill somebody, don't do it. If I arrived there when Pop was 60-40, there would likely be no shotgun light assaults waiting for me. Because they're probably dead from my own tanks shooting at the tower. Or aircraft or whatever. What you find in these towers is usually a sniper sniping, heavy shooting AV weaponry, engineers. Got a moment of lag there. Well, see, there's already people going in that one door, so I'm gonna go with the other one. Oh boy, friendly EMP. It's entirely possible I would survive being jumped by an NS-11 if I wasn't EMP'd. In retrospect, I probably should not have left this base because it is organized people. Come on, bro, use your real gun already. That guy peeked me first around a corner, so I backed out. That's the kind of fight you want to start. See, I gave my buddy over there a little opening. I distracted a heavy for a split second. I shot him up. At that point I can back away. It's okay too. That guy should have won that fight, but maybe he missed. I had half shoots. I'm gonna leave because there's overpop and my outfit is here and you can probably handle things now. No sense in staying around. Defending a tower is a light assault. You're better off pulling a heavy if they're in the tower already, but they're not. Light assault is great for attacking towers, but defending towers is... just better off pulling heavy unless the surrounding terrain is a quagmire. I saw that guy in a mini-map. I looked over there, but there's nothing, so it's an infiltrator. So you just look for a bit of shimmer, a bit of parallax, and you find it. See, light assault is handy in this spot, but in the actual tower, unless you're attacking it, there's just not much for you to do. You can fly up here and maybe get some angles on infantry without all these vehicles costing you. You would not pull this off as a heavy. You could with a lot of wall jumping, but it's very, very risky and requires good frame rate. That infiltrator's still here. I'm on a spotter now. People know I'm here. Just medic. He was completely oblivious to my presence. Up until I appeared on that spotter. Another person just running right towards me. On the other hand, appearing on the spotter means you attract people, so you kind of know they're coming for you. So in a strange kind of way, it helps you get kills sometimes. Although if it was good players with a spotter, you would get murdered. There's that spotter again, same info from before most likely. Say don't ADS there, just spray the guy down from the hip. 100% straight speed is better than 7 to 5 or 50. Say same person has no idea I'm here. There's no spotter. I saw the infiltrator, but I kind of lost him. It's kind of hard to keep track of them, so I just don't spray. I don't use up my bullets. Japan. You destroy the guy and then he kills you. Such is life. Oh, you know what? I got pop here. Go try Hassan. Hatcher Air Station is bad for Jaguars, but there are buildings, point buildings. And if you play objectives, things like the Jaguar, VX, and GD are optimal. I would say Serpent, but I consider it inferior to the VX. You get a few more bullets per second, and you get worse everything else. Okay, right here, like, this is not a Jaguar fight. You can even hardly call this a light assault fight. This is like Infiltrator. Well, I found some enemies. Time to get above their thunder. And out of the way of my friendlies who are shooting me in the back of the head because I'm rushing ahead of them. I'm mindful of spooky sounds, you don't always see people spawn in and everything. You get killed very easily. Okay, that isn't friendly. Okay, you can still shoot me, and we'll go to the victory now. This is bizarre. We do have a better center. Should just spawn on that instead of sprinting all this way. Oh no, he died. Well, I could spawn here, but we have 60%, aka boredom. Now the Sunder midlife crisis game. Come on, buddy. Make up your mind. 5 meters in one direction ain't gonna change nothing. He's deployed now because all the people got out of him. See, that was... I went through the window quickly and surprised that guy. Like, my engagement was sloppy, but there it is. You fly through the windows quickly like that and get an advantage. I don't know what shot me there. It's very likely a guy in the tower that shot me before. I saw him, but this sort of fight is completely inadvisable, especially if it's a heavy. You can force these sorts of fights with unfavorable weapons and win with aim, but just saying it's not a good idea. Most of the VS are probably just going to stream the sea in droves, and I'm missing out on kills, but I'll go flip some points. If you're all about the kills, you'll just hang out where that one steady stream of breadcrumbs comes. So I flipped a point here. If I flip B and just hang around these areas, I'll get to ambush a lot of people who are trying to get the points back. Got the high ground, I've got plenty of places to retreat. And I also know where the enemies are going to come from, because I've cleared these areas. Oh my, where's Zerginus? It's cut off, and the VS have terrible continental population. So as much as I would wish that enemies would come fight me here, they will probably not.